And in the center there for Puerto Rico, as they will be shooting to our left hand of the screen. Chris Testa got on the board late a couple of times last night, but this is where he's been doing his best work out of the face-off. And Puerto Rico look to get in and on the cage early. Ball down to the general. Danny Tapia. And just a little rotation around. Mason Prout, well, he came into his own last night against Kenya as well. And they got up. They were big winners against Kenya, 29-3. And a first shot there is saved from the left hand. And now an outlet there. So good in the cage there for Chinese Taipei as Yuan Yi, but turned over from a good ride here from Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico through Joseph Rafferty. Well, he led the scoring against Kenya with 5. And now substitutes coming on. They'll have to use their substitutes very well as Chris Testa comes off and Nick Testa comes on with the long pole there in Dominic Porcello. So Rafferty has the ball, rotates the ball down behind the cage. Nick Testa, he got 3 in a very similar time and just ripping the twine as he came on that right-hand side, able to free his hands. And Nick Testa gets the first one of the game. Got to the 45 right-hand side, found the open net opposite side, just inside the bar. And Nick Testa starts the scoring off here for Puerto Rico, adding to his tally for this tournament. And he is going to be one to watch again today. That brings him to 16 points in this tournament already. And Testa getting the first for Puerto Rico. But out of the face-off comes Chinese Taipei. Looking up, tries to find Chow there. Chow gives it back to the keeper in Yi. Yi looking over and looking for an option, decides to go back to the keeper in Yi. They've got numbers on this side, but decide to go out of side, and if they stretch that properly, they should be able to cross that. But one running out the back there is Yuan Tien. And Yuan Yi. Just, slowing down the clear here. Chinese Taipei looking for their first offensive opportunity. But they don't want to go offside here. So now they do. And have they gone? No, they've kept the offside there, but Longstick picked up the ball. And good run in there by Yi Xiang Lin. And we have got an offside call as the CBO there was right on the spot. I thought they had actually gone offside, but just waiting for the count. And a turnover here early in the first for Chinese Taipei as the ball will come out through the stick of Gabriel Carrero. Carrero to the general, Danny Tapia. Joseph Rafferty. We like what he does on that left-hand side there, Rafferty. Not only does he bring others into the play, but he can shoot some twine from limited angles. Testa looks to find him on the bottom corner, but that one on the left hand just sailed up and over his head. And Chinese Taipei, well, they will bring the ball out from deep in their defensive end, left-hand side. As the ball will be walked up, gives it to the keeper, using the keeper a lot here in their clearing. Yuan Yi. Still with the ball, looking for an open man. And that's not a great pass to his teammate out there. And another unforced error for Chinese Taipei. That's too early in the game. And now ball comes down the back. Sean Laureano over to Rafferty. Rafferty passes the ball on to Gabe Roman. Gabe Roman has the short stick matchup, taking him well up the top near the centre line. Decides now to pass it over to Verona. Verona was very good in the win against Kenya as well. Inside look, just couldn't quite find Tapia. He does well to keep out of the crease, but not well enough, as the official is right on the spot there. Just sees him. I thought he tiptoed the white line nicely, but right on the spot was the official who said didn't quite keep out of there, so ball turns over. Chinese Taipei now with an opportunity, just fired up and over, long ball out the outer side. So the ball there was in the stick of Boan Chen. And now running it into offense. Yulan Huang with the ball. So an opportunity here for Chinese Taipei. Ming Chi Chiang looks to drive down the left-hand pipe. Gets some pressure there. Looks to try and get under. Not able to do it. Ball will rotate there through Ming Hang Chang. And he gets the ball back. Ball comes back up the top. Rotation with pace here as Boan Chen gets dispossessed, and a ball to be won. And it is won there by Puerto Rico. So good defense there as Dominic Brusello will clear the ball again. Second time he has been able to turn the ball over and clear the ball. So doing a great job on defense there is Dominic Brusello. Danny Tapia waits for a substitute. Gabe Roman comes on, gives him the ball now. Roman up the top with some pace. Ball on the other side there. Verona now gets on his left, fires up high and wide. And that one's up and over the bar. And that one goes out of bounds. And we are going to have a hydration break here at the 10-minute mark, or just under that, actually, 8:46 to go. They try to get him as close to the 10-minute mark and 5-minute mark as they can. Again, this has been something that has come about by this hot weather, and with a duty of care to our players and officials and spectators. Make sure if you are out in the sun, get some sunscreen on. I may have not have listened to that so well, as I sit in the commentary box and my feet are slightly rosy red, but it is very warm out there, and you can see the ice towels, you can see the drinks getting on board, and duty of care here. And good for the coaches, because normally with the drinks break they can't coach their players, but allowed to do this. Normally the players in a drinks break wouldn't be allowed to leave the field. They would have to have drinks come on and coaches couldn't coach. But sort of acts as a timeout, so coaches, well, they can then utilise their timeouts for maybe a defensive player coming into offence under pressure to keep possession. So effectively there'll be 2 breaks a quarter, one at or close to the 10-minute mark and one at or close to the 5-minute mark. So it's almost like 3 quarters in a quarter. So Tapia with the ball now. Has the ball up the top. Nicholas Busello out there for Puerto Rico. Ball down the back. Looks to push the ball in, does Laureano. Laureano back to Tapia. Tapia looks to get in motion. Oh, stinging that top corner and just rattling the cookie jar slightly was the number 66, Joseph Rafferty. He is doing what he did against Kenya the other night, finding holes in the goalie's armory, and that one he found on the top shelf. And Rafferty gets the second of the first quarter and the first of the game for him. And ball will find its way back into the centre. Ball comes out. Possession won by Puerto Rico. Now he runs inside, finds Mason Prout. Prout. So a bit of an opportunity here. Look to go inside. Nice cut through. Still open on the crease there somewhat, but had a defender coming from behind him there, Carrero. Rafferty, who just stung the net about 10 seconds ago. Ball to Tapia. Tapia over to Walpo. Ball back up the top, Roman. And now Nick Testa comes on. Nick Testa looks to attack straight away. Ball rotated down the back corner. Now tries to go through goal line extended. Tries to come around left here, Sean Laureano. Laureano rolls back, fires, good save. And as the ball comes off, keeper in a great position there, Yuan Yi. And backed up there by Prout. Mason Prout gives it to Nick Testa. Joseph Rafferty has the ball up top. Little two-man game. Pick set. It comes and fires that one just straight across the face. Only needed to be about 30 centimetres to the left of that shot, and it would have been stinging the bottom corner. He's just stung the top corner. And coming around the right-hand side there is Sean Laureano. And he just a little question mark jump on the right-hand side. Pops that one away. See him come around. Little question mark jump. And pops it there as he gets up above 45 and gets his first of the game. Sean Laureano. And we are out to a 3-0 ball game here. And it is all Puerto Rico at the moment. As the ball comes back here. So opportunity for Chinese Taipei now. Ball fired up the top to Wang. Wang looking for an outlet. As the substitutes just come on the defensive end. Cheng with the ball. Looking to drive against his long stick opponent. Decides better of that. Kicks it to Wang. Wang over there to Huang. Yulin Huang. Now over to Chun Hsiang. Wang. Wang. Now rotates the ball through X. Tries to get up. Good defense there. Slide comes. Double slide. Yard sail. There's a stick down on the ground. And ball coming back the other way for Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico through Acevedo. Looks down the bottom corner. Great little fake. Dip and dunk. And Sean Laureano gets another one. Assist to Marcus Acevedo. Or Acevedo. But that is going to be one there. And you can see the pass here. Just opened up. Transition ball. This is how you play perfect transition ball. Acevedo looks down the bottom, a little fake to draw the keeper out, and then popped it up over the head. And Sean Laureano, well, he gets back-to-back goals. And he is putting the fourth on the board for Puerto Rico. Ball comes down. Great ground ball there from Yulin Lin. And now Chinese Taipei with an opportunity. Up to Chinyi Husu. Chi Wei San. Ball rotates back around. Su. Back to Sun. And ball up the top. Now driving down the pipe. Hissier. Good dispossession. We've got to watch his back though. Great work there from Dom Deering. Dom Deering will give it to the keeper in Jourdain Halgerin. And he looks to settle it down with his long pole. Nice outlet on the outer side. Great pass there to Gabe Roman. That's two good outlets there from Acevedo. And ball is up the top with Verona. Verona now brings Nick Testa into the play. Testa Looks to run down. We see this before. He looks to get inside. Good save. And that one is up and over the back of the cage. Great save in there from Yuan Yi. And we have another hydration break here as the clock ticks down to 4 minutes 13. We've got a 4-0 ball game here between Puerto Rico and Chinese Taipei with 4 minutes left in the first term. And time for some hydration. And on the outer side, well, we've got USA, Australia in the first quarter. And it is 2-0 the way of the USA in the Pool A game out there. And if you want to watch that one, get on to World Lacrosse TV. The great Teddy Jenner has got that game over there. And you can just listen to his dulcet tones if you don't want to listen to mine. Or better than that, hit him up at Teddy Jenner on X, on Instagram, on whatever you want to hit him up. If you want to get me, though, in this game, why don't you hit me up on Instagram at TonyWatts71. And if you see where you're watching from, see what you're enjoying about this game, send us a message and I'll try to give you a shout out as the game goes on, as we have plenty of time left in this one. So it is going to be Puerto Rico back into offense. So that is at Tony Watts 71. So at TonyWatts 71 on Instagram. Send us a message, give us a shout out, and I'll try to get back to you with a one on the live feed. So ball down the back corner. Ball has been lost but picked up. Great pick up there from Lorenzo Verona. Managed to get the shot off as well, but didn't damage the back of the cage. And now back again. Testa fires the ball. He's done that once today already. He just keeps racking up points here for Puerto Rico. And Nick Testa gets another one. That is his second for the game. He now brings it out to a 5-0 lead. And Nick Testa now nearly into double figures for the tournament as far as goals go. 9 goals, 8 assists for the tournament so far. That's a fairly handy bit of work for your team on the scoring end. And I love the fact that there's as many assists as there is goals in that as well. Ball to be won. Back in the center is one. Great work there from Mason Prout. And we're going to have a hold call here. So ball wasn't so well won there by Prout. And the ball will come back the other way. Chinese Taipei through Huang. Now, onto the outer side. And now they bring the ball back up the top. Hung gives the ball over. Now Chen. Chen rotating the ball down the back. Tries to keep it in. Ball is lost. Not able to be taken. Great pick up though. That is Cheng. Cheng fires the ball in the middle. Ball hits down. Great extraction there from Puerto Rico. And off to the races he goes. Gallop, gallop, gallop down the field. Gabriel Carraro. And a great ground ball there from Carrero. As he just comes and says, here you go, coach. I got one back for us. And now the ball will find its way into the offense. Sean Laureano passing the ball on through Rafferty. Back up to Walpo. And now driving is Nicholas Bucello. Bucello passes the ball inside to Tapia. Good pass there from Laureano. Finds the general in Danny Tapia. And Laureano, well, 2-1 for the quarter is a fairly decent offensive effort for Puerto Rico. But Danny Tapia with a great cut, great feed there from Laureano. And Tapia gets his first. It is 6-0 here as we get towards 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And it is all Puerto Rico at this stage, looking to secure their spot. As the ball comes down through Testa. Testa, good save. Oh, great back up there. Fired up and over the top from Mason Prout. And no backup there. Two good opportunities. Good save from the keeper in Yi. But then the rebound came up to Mason Prout, who fired it high and wide over the top of the cage. Well, it wasn't that far away from being that in the back of the cage. But great, would have been a great scrap goal there. Yeah, Paul Lee, well, they're looking to go 3-0 at the top of it. Right now, they are looking to tie up the 5th seed here, Puerto Rico. Oh, and they picking, it's like picking apples out there from the tree is my man Rafferty. Looks inside, little feed, no one there, just trying to make things happen out there, Puerto Rico. Don't mind it. 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. Smells like someone's got a barbecue on here. It's got a little bit of smoke, but it's quite sweet. So someone's burning something around the place. I'll tell you what, it's either that or the sun is just belting down, and it might be just heating something up. So ball, Yi looks up, finds his teammate there in Wang. And Wang will rotate the ball over there to Huang. Heo Xuan. Huang now looking to bring the ball down the back. His teammate just sort of running in his way there, so turns back up the field. Chun Sang Wang looks to drive on the defender there. And Sanguinetti. Ball rotates out. Are they going to get in and have a shot? Good save there. As the whistle goes, needed to shoot the shot. Shooter's got to shoot to score. And right on the stroke of quarter time, the keeper, Jourdain Algerin, comes up with a good save on the right-hand pipe there as time runs out at quarter one. It is a 6-1 ball game here on World Lacrosse TV. We'll be back with you very shortly.
세상의 필요는 바뀌니까. 동원은 건강한 식탁을 넘어 미래에 필요한 먹거리까지 키워냅니다. 필요가 바뀌면 답도 바뀌어야 하니까. 필요에 답하다. 동원.
슈퍼 고단백을 슈퍼 건강하게, 게다가 슈퍼 맛있어. 그래서 동원 참치.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
And World Lacrosse TV welcomes you back here to the World Lacrosse Men's Under-20 Championship in Jeju Island. And the heat is still on. Well, it was on in the first quarter as the Puerto Rican offensive set went about their work. And Nick Testa, well, he ended up with 2. Joseph Rafferty got 1. Tapia got a great assisted goal from Laureano, sorry. Sean Laureano, and he ended up with 2 and 1 for the quarter. So 3 points in the first quarter for Sean Laureano. And now it is back to the centre for the start of the second term. As play is about to be whistled live. So ball in the face-off, looking to win, extract it, and just picks him up and throws him away there, does Wilfredo Crispin. And a illegal procedure there on Chinese Taipei. And now Puerto Rico, well, we're going to see some more offense from them. Nicholas Pusillo has Rafferty coming on his right-hand side. Gets it, gives it up, gives it to Harrison Walpo. Rafferty, just they're asking him to get out the way. Looks down the bottom corner. Great look there to Danny Tapia on the bottom corner. Love these assisted goals from Puerto Rico. Just bringing everyone into the play. And it is sweet team lacrosse here as the player there in Joseph Rafferty found Danny Tapia coming up off the right-hand side behind goal line extended. And Danny Tapia pops another one away. But a great assisted goal. And Danny Tapia, well, he's got the last 2 goals of the game. Last one in the first quarter, and he's got the first one in the second quarter. But good look there. So ball comes out. Oh, great pickup. Fantastic pickup off his toes there. It was Sanguinetti. And a great job to get the ball into his offensive end. Just did not break stride then, Sanguinetti, with that ground ball. Looks inside, looks to go, ball has hit the deck. Now they need to get the ball out. But passed back into the cage. And Yuan Yi will try and bring the ball out here to Lin. Lin back to Yi. Looking to find, decides to go the other side. Now back, some chasing happening here. Looking to put pressure as he goes to run up and over. And they'll be offside here as Chinese Taipei, they had a guy stretching near the box side here. But the long stick decided that he would try and come up and over. And we've got a flag on the play here as well, have we? Okay, so an illegal procedure there on number 66. No, number 63. So Yu Xiang Lin will sit for a 30 seconds. So 7-0 down at the moment. And Puerto Rico get a power play opportunity. Nick Testa with the ball. Gives it to Roman. Roman starts to rotate to Verona. Verona to Rafferty. Rafferty down the back to Tapia. Tapia looks in, up, and just couldn't quite handle the ball. There's a foot race to be won out here. Ground ball to be won. That's come off the foot there of Chinese Taipei. And good effort, though, by Yu Lin Lin. But just kicked the ball out. So penalty release. Now open on the other bottom corner. Looks back up, though, to Testa! Nick Testa popping top corners. Great look inside. And another assisted goal from Puerto Rico. And Nick Testa, well, that's 3 for the day. He has a hat trick already. But his teammates bringing him into the play then. And Rafferty, well, just thought that ball was going to run out. Saw it wasn't. Chased down the defender there in Yu Lin Lin. But Yu Lin Lin unfortunately kicked the ball out, which turned the ball over there for Chinese Taipei. And Nick Testa again with one in the back of the net. Ball back in the centre. Oh, yard sale. Stick gets thrown out. There's another stick thrown out. Ball to be won here. And it's picked off the toes again here. And that is Sanguinetti. That's the second ground ball he's had, which has been picked off his toes at full pace. Love the ground balling of the long sticker there in Sanguinetti. And now to Danny Tapia. Tapia up the top to Nicholas Pusello. Pusello passes the ball over to Walpo. Verona. He filled up his bag the other night too against, as ball back up the top and fires it down through the 5-hole there. And Nicholas Bucello gets his first goal of the game. It is the third goal of the quarter for Puerto Rico. And the ball will come back to the centre very quickly. But Bucello, top right, from about 12 or 13 metres, just freed the hands. And 11 minutes and 56 seconds left in this second quarter. Sees a 9-0 ball game the way of Puerto Rico. And now ground ball to be won, but a hold has been called in the middle. So now here's an opportunity for Chinese Taipei. Ball in the stick of Ming-Chi Cheng. And we are going to have a hydration break here, as the two teams will come from the field. As the cloud cover just starts to come over a little bit here in Sihon-Wipo, Jeju Island, for these 2025 World Lacrosse Men's Under-20 Championship games. These are the pool games. This is the last day of pool games, and this will decide where everyone sits in their pools. Puerto Rico, well, the way they're going to have the 12-goal plus difference, and that will mean that they'll be plus 36 for the tournament, and the Japan with a plus 25 are currently sitting in that 5th spot, but now Puerto Rico have overtaken them. So Japan will drop down to the 6th spot, Puerto Rico up to 5, and they will be quite happy with the way their tournament is going at the moment, Puerto Rico. So we're looking forward to see where they continue. Their offense has been very, very potent here in this championship. But right now, we have Chinese Taipei with the ball in the stick of Yusheng Hung. So Yusheng Hung now moves the ball on. Kicks it there to Cheng. Cheng has the ball. Down the back corner with Wang. Wang passes it down, bottom left-hand corner. Looks for some cutters. Not there. Back up the top to Hung. Hung on his left hand fires, and that one's just gone past the left hand upright, but a flag comes flying. And we have an interference call, I think, is going to be called here. And that looks like it is going to be on Gabriel Carrero. So he will wear a 30-second minor penalty for an interference call. As Australia and USA battle it out behind us on field number 1. And my good mate Teddy Jenner is on that call out there. And it sounds like USA are having some offense out there at the moment. So, but a power play here for Chinese Taipei. Ball back up the top to Cheng. Cheng fires the ball over. Now back to Cheng. Cheng from downtown gets knocked down. Opportunity here, just bouncing off there. But here comes great forward pass there to Prout. Prout looks to have numbers. And Rafferty just decides to roll it out. Now kicks it over to Tapia. Tapia fires and fires out the back. And good back up there from the number 23, Sean Laureano. As the penalty has now been released. So back to 6-on-6. And the ball comes back up with Lorenzo Verona. Verona looks to drive, puts Rafferty into a bow open over, but backed up there from Laureano. So Laureano will bring the ball back in here for Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, Laureano down the back. popped out the other side. There is Verona. Verona looks to get topside, fires a little question mark. Great take there from Rafferty. Rafferty back up the top, looks a little swim inside move, and just dropped the hands there. Did Gabe Roman, and Gabe Roman gets past his defensive player, steps within 5 metres, puts it in the back of the cage for Puerto Rico. And we are having another hydration break here. As I said, if you think there's a few hydration breaks going on, there certainly is, because we have deemed that it is very, very warm out there on these pitches. And with the humidity and the heat and the fact that we have the duty of care for these guys, it is a... the boys just get in the shade, and the coaching staff there just telling them to get in the shade. And the officials out there. And on the outer side, it is the USA currently leading Australia 6-0 for all those who are watching this game. So 6-0 to USA over Australia. And Puerto Rico, well, they're getting it done here as they now hit double figures. It is 10-0 here with that last goal coming through Gabe Roman. And Chinese Taipei just not able to work that man-up play that they were looking for. Wilfredo Crispin in the centre, up against Leonidas Chang. So Chang up against Crispin. Chang and Crispin go to their work. Chang looks forward, ball to be won. Still on the ground, ground ball in there. Great pick up there from Chinese Taipei. That is the defender wearing a fair bit of love there. Yu Lin Lin kicks it back to Yin Fan Chen. Yin Fan Chen over to Zhu Min Chao, and Chao gives it to the speedster on the outer side there in defence, and he will run it deep into defence for Chinese Taipei. But long stick down the back, and we've got an illegal procedure here, so they're going to turn the ball over. Might have been a legal substitution there. And now coming back the other way, Danny Tapia has the ball. Rolls it on the ground there to Harrison Walpo. Walpo waits for some substitutes to come on. Substitutes coming thick and fast here at the moment, as we have 8 minutes 41 in the second term. Little bounce pass, but no damage done there for Rafferty. Rafferty back up to Basello. Basello over to Walpo. Now to Tapia. Tapia picks up the shorty. Looks to drive down and under. Kicks it out the back to Tester. Tester inside. Great feed again. Another big team goal. And Nick Tester with the assist there to Nicholas Basello. And Basello, well, gets his second of the game. And loving these assisted goals from Puerto Rico. Just great to see. Great team lacrosse. And it doesn't matter who scores out there. The team are working for each other. And Basello getting his second. That's the 11th for Puerto Rico. It is 11-0 here. And a ball won out of the centre. That is Chris Tester this time. Down to Joseph Rafferty. And Joseph Rafferty rolls back around using the official as a pick. Nothing better than using the 7th man out there as a defender. And ball with Verona. Substitute coming on now. So we see Walpo with the ball. Back to Verona. Verona looking to drive around. Trying to sneak up inside is, just having to keep his eyes on him there as Danny Tapia walked into the center was Zubin Chow. But ball back up the top, frees the hands. Great bounce shot up into the top right-hand corner.
Puerto Rico,
And Harrison
Harrison
Wolpo getting that goal.
Puerto Rico, 0 Chinese Taipei. Puerto Rico lead.
And it is a 12-0 lead here to Puerto Rico. And they will make sure, I'd suggest that their substitutes are certainly running shifts here and then getting them in the shade as the championships heat up from this point, as pool play will finish up after these games. And then we're off to the crossovers. So picked up here by Chinese Taipei. Yulin Lin with the ball. Back to the keeper, Yuan Yi. Yuan Yi out here to Yin Fan Chen. Yin Fan Chen has Yi. Big pass over. That's not a great pass for his other defender on the outer side there. And Zubin Chow not able to get on the back of that pass. And Puerto Rico, they're going to bring the ball in again. Through Tapia to Testa. That is the Chris variety. To Nicholas Bucello. Nicholas Bucello just ripping twine down that right-hand pipe with a left hand. And Nicholas Bucello back to 3 goals he has, all in this quarter. And he is lighting it up in the second. With shots like that, he'll find himself on a highlight reel at some point. And we've got a 13-0 ball game here with 6 minutes 41 to go in the second term, as they're doing what they will here at Puerto Rico. Ball to be won. And about to be picked up there is picked up by the long stick. Dom Deering pushes it forward straight away and tips it off the stick there. But good dispossess. Great work there. Great extraction there from Danny Tapia as the longie comes on and says, Dom Deering says, give us a go, coach. Have you seen me shoot at practice? But decides that do the team thing. And now carrying down through X here is Gabe Roman as Testa crosses over. Nearly gets the switch there, but not able to. Back up to the goal scorer in Wolpo. Wolpo to Verona. Verona gets one on the board as well. That's a great shot across the keeper down to his left-hand foot. It made it very difficult in there for Yuan Yi. And a great shot across the body there. And see here, Lorenzo Verona, as the keeper tried every bit of yoga move possible to get his body to contort to stop that ball, but was unable to. And Lorenzo Verona putting the 14th on for Puerto Rico, as Wilfredo Crispin manages to extract that one out of the face-off. To Joseph Rafferty. Rafferty looks to carry the ball down to X. He has Danny Tapia behind there and gives that ball to him now. Tapia will pass the ball over to Nick Testa. Testa back to top center with the skip pass. Gabe Roman to Rafferty, to Tapia. Looking to go left, looking to go right. Back to Testa. Testa to the man who's lit it up in this second quarter, Nicholas Bucello. Rafferty, nice wide set here. As Rafferty, as the clouds have come over here and just shaded this field. It's quite nice now. Looks up to Rafferty. Rafferty looks to fire. Up and over. And just with the backup there was Nicholas Bucello. And that will send us to a hydration break here with 4:43 to go in the second term. It is all Puerto Rico, 14-0 here, as Puerto Rico are just flexing their muscles and getting the job done here in their last pool game. Goal scorers so far in this game, well, Nick Testa, he started on fire. He got 3 goals, but I reckon out of their 14 goals, I would have to say that probably 12 of them are assisted. So that's an even better stat from a coach when you know your rotations are working and you're turning the defense. Joseph Rafferty, well, he's just got one lonely one at the moment, but he has been very good down in the offensive end with settling balls down and getting people into where they need to be. Sean Laureano, well, he has 2 also and an assist, and he got them in about 2 minutes as well. And Danny Tapia, well, he got back-to-back goals. And Nicholas Porcello, well, it's been his term at the moment. He has 3. As Gabe Roman, sorry, he gets 1 this quarter. And Harrison Walpo gets 1 as well. And Verona, well, he gets himself on the scoreboard before half-time. So that's the 14 goals scored. And they have done that with 7 goal scorers. And now looking to set the offense for another one. So getting plenty of rest and ice in there and getting in the cool when they can. As ball is down the back now with Laureano. Laureano passing the ball over to Verona. Verona steps in, fakes once, fakes twice. And the third shot goes straight in the back of the net. And back-to-back goals there for Lorenzo Moreno. And that is 2 in a row and out to 15-goal lead. Just nothing on that bottom corner in the way of defense there from Chinese Taipei. And Lorenzo Verona just managed to go, well, if you don't want to put anyone there, I'm going to find my shooting spot. And he did that indeed. And Verona gets back-to-back goals and puts it in the from about 2 metres out. And Chris Testa wins the face-off. Gabe Roman coming on behind him. And Roman stays up high. Chris Testa has the shorty. And ball looking around, comes back up the top, looks down the bar, just didn't quite miss. No, he tried to fake that as a shot then, did Sean Laureano, but the officials were right on that. And they see the funny side of that too, as the ball just sailed up and over, and Laureano said, oh, I was first on, but no way in the world that was a shot. And the officials right on that one. Nick Testa as Yuan Yi now has the ball. Asks his defender to stretch, but looks to run in, and his ball will be coming back the other way. Offside call there, and here we go. Puerto Rico with absolute numbers on the bottom corner and right in the middle of the cage. Looks there again and pops it away. And another one there to Sean Laureano. That time then, good pass. And just, I love the ability to just wait with that ball as he got close there with another assisted goal from the other side. And just waited till the goalie bit, which allowed Laureano to get in and get his third goal. And out here to a 16-0 lead. Ball back in the centre, Chinese Taipei. And ball to be won, but we're going to have a hold call here. And not liking that overly much is Wilfredo Crispin. And ball in the stick of Yu Chan Chen. Yu Chan Chen to Chung Hisiang Wang. He'll kick the ball back here to Ming Chi Cheng. And Ming Chi Chen looks to wait for substitutes. He has a man coming on behind him. And now but they're pushed very high here as Yu Shan Hung comes on and just losing the ball there. So ball will now travel back in the stick of Mason Prout. Mason Prout, they have numbers again. Rafferty is sitting there all by himself. Oh, long stick, low, worm burner from Dom Deering. Found himself in the crease. Good look there from Prout. Another assisted goal for Puerto Rico. And the long pole just scorches the turf with a low to low. And Dom Deering gets on the board for Puerto Rico. See here on the replay, just drop the hands, long stick low to low. And Dom Deering, well, I don't know how many, well, I can tell you in a minute how many goals he's got for the tournament, but by the celebrations there, that might have been the first, the number 44 for Puerto Rico. And he gets him out to a 17-0 lead. Looks it's, oh, rip! There's the break of the cookie jar up the top shelf. As Chris Testa puts some cracks in the cookie jar. And the crumbs are just falling out. And Chris Testa gets another one there. Whooshka up the top shelf. And Chris Testa gets another goal for Puerto Rico. 18-0 is the score. And we have 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the second term. And ball to be won out. It is won here. It's won by Puerto Rico, but a flag on the play, 2 flags on the play, 3 flags on the play. And just a little bit of chippy before the halftime break here. And into penalties here. We'll see what the penalties are. See Wilfredo Crispin sitting down already.
Dirty. It's dirty.
And it looks like maybe just one. Maybe there's flags just flying. I believe this will probably be both on Wilfredo Crispin. Maybe an unsportsmanlike here or an illegal body. And so 2 fouls, 1 minute for a slash, and an unsportsmanlike as well. So 2 1-minute penalties there for Wilfredo Crispin. And Chinese Taipei, well, they're going to have an opportunity for a power play here with 2 minutes left in the game. So effectively Puerto Rico will play man down for the rest of the game. And let's see what Chinese Taipei can do. Can they get a score on the board here in the first half? Ball there with Ming Hung Cheng. Cheng passes the ball over. Back up the top, finds Cheng again. Cheng looks to step into fire. Doesn't, good shut down there by the defense. Cheng has the ball again. Little two-man game there on the outer side with Hung. Now a rotation. Hung has the ball, looks back, a little tip, under pressure there, but extracts himself well. Does Shiwei Sun. Outside shot and not damaging anyone, and backup is had by Chinese Taipei as he will go to get the ball down the back, and Chinese Taipei still with penalty. Ball up the top to Chen. Chen now rotates it over. Finds Sun. Back to Sun. Up the top. Little rotation up to Tien. Tien on the bottom. Tink, tink, tink off the bar. And the ball goes out of bounds. And Chinese Taipei with the backup. So another opportunity here in the power play. Ming Hung Cheng. Top center. Gets the ball back. Looking for a rotation. Bottom rotation. Sticks in lane. Good knockdown there from Puerto Rico. Just trying to get it in the stick there. As it comes back up here to Sun. Sun. Over to Boan Chen. And Chuan Yu Lee. Ball fired, shot, didn't quite pick it up there, the keeper. Came off the thing, and penalty has been released. So limited time left in this clock as the time will run out as the shot goes. It is half time here between Chinese Taipei and Puerto Rico. We have Puerto Rico leading 18 goals to 0, but a good couple of opportunities there for Chinese Taipei with that 2-minute penalty. And we can see here there is 30 shots to 6 and 9 assisted goals for the Puerto Rican team. And we will wrap it up here and we'll have a quick break. We'll be back very, very soon on World Lacrosse TV.
포장재부터 제품까지 1000번의 생각을 담다. 안심 동원 샘물. 안심 동원 샘물이 선수들의 안전 플레이를 응원합니다.
진짜 힘들어서 다들 금방 뻗거든요. 링티 마시면 너무 좋다고 다들 찾는 거예요.
야, 너만 마시냐?
뛰는 게 달라요. 운동 갈 때 꼭 챙기세요.
마셔봐서 압니다. 링티.
IS 동서는 봅니다. 쓸모없던 땅에서 친환경 건설의 내일을, 폐기물에서 전기차의 새로운 미래를, 아이들에서 행복한 희망의 세상을. ESG 경영으로 더 큰 내일을 봅니다. IS 동서.
Do it. Do it. Do it. yeah, we legendary.
Let's go.
Yeah, we top 5 with it. Yeah, we going up, ain't no stopping it. Cry good, proud with it. Yeah, we going up, ain't no stopping it. All I got is tunnel vision. All I got is tunnel vision. All I got is every time I pull up, you know I'ma shut it down. Took some L's in my own, now I hand them out. I got some hitters in my city, but to send them out. Zero tolerance for haters while they run their mouth. I'm about to go. When you in it too much, it's what it look like. I'm a heavyweight, tell them this is something like, whoa. They see the come on, they think it happened overnight. They try to imitate, I tell them they don't do it right. I know, always been a visionary. But the way I'm blacking out, I think it's getting scary. Get a fan by the win, it's hereditary. We don't take a loss here, yeah, we legendary. Gotta tell them, yeah, we top 5 with it. Yeah, we going up, ain't no stopping it. Cry good, proud with it. Yeah, we going up, ain't no stopping it. All I got is tunnel vision. All I got is tunnel vision. All I got is
And welcome back here on World Lacrosse TV. It is second half action between Puerto Rico and Chinese Taipei. It is halftime, is about to be finished here. 18-0 is the scoreline. And if you are online watching, give us a shout out. Get me at Insta at Tony Watts. That is at TonyWatts71. And send us a message just like Zach has done. He says, could you shout out Zach Cathcart, Scott's little brother, the best barber in New Zealand. So Scott would be fantastic. I don't think I would visit you, mate, because I don't have enough hair to be able to spend my money with you. But yeah, go and see Zach as the ball comes into the offense here for Puerto Rico. And they will start this third term where they left off. And now ball will rotate down. There to Tapia. Tapia. Ball up the top with Mason Prout. Lorenzo Verona. Now a wide set here as the ball comes up to Nick Testa. So probably now at 18-0, looking to just run some process. Try and run some clock. Rafferty looks over. Great pass there to Testa. Testa ran around, finds Tapia on the bottom corner. Back to Rafferty. Rafferty back to Testa at top side. Looks inside. Great inside pass. Inside step. Pops there. Prout has another pass and fires it wide. There was the ball. Keeper comes out. Back to Testa. Little bounce pass. Over to Rafferty. Rafferty now finds Chris Testa at the top. And now over there to Nick Testa. And back we go again. Danny Tapia. So ball on the ground. Chris Testa to Nick Testa to Tapia. And a little bit more of a rotation starting here. Left-hand side with Rafferty. Rafferty has Verona pulling out. But Rafferty decides to take the ball down through the X position. Rafferty up against his defender. Looks in, fires and just steps around. Just gets above, goal line extended. Able to free the hands. Pops it up the top corner. And good job there as we see that one on the replay here from Joseph Rafferty. And they are just motoring on here. Just see him able to free the hands. Gets top side of his player. And Rafferty gets the first of the third quarter. And a good ball there. And a good long set for Puerto Rico. Sees them go out to a 19-0 lead. Ball back in the center. The two face-off Bulls going at it. Ball comes out, kicks it out the other way. Now it's a speed race. Ball to be won on the deck. Little kick forward. Great work there again from Sanguinetti. He's been very good, Sanguinetti. Just doing his job as that long stick midi. That's about 3 or 4 big ground balls today for Sanguinetti and gives his offense some more time down there with the win of that ground ball. And Nicholas Buselli down there to Nick Testa. Testa to Tapia. Tapia sort of looked like he was going to throw that ball there, and halfway through it thought, oh, just no damage done. Nicholas Buselli running down that left-hand pipe, fires it across. That's hit a player and goes out of bounds, but up the top there is Joseph Rafferty. And Joseph Rafferty will bring the ball in for Puerto Rico. Asked for his teammate there in Harrison Walpo to present to him. Passes it down to Tapia, to Walpo, to Rafferty, to Walpo. And now back out here to Tapia. Back to Walpo as Nicholas Buselli. Or Busello, sorry. Looks down the bottom, and now there he is again. He has been on fire in front of the cage there, has Nicholas Busello. And he gets another one for the Puerto Ricans, and they start this quarter with a second goal. That brings it into the 20 range. It is 20 goals to 0. And Bucello now has 4. I reckon he's got 4 and 1 at the moment. And a shout out to Raul Matos, who isn't able to be out there with the boys. Did a bit of an AC injury, but we know how much he's supporting the team on the sideline here, and we wish Raul all the best. As a little BTB there, as a flag comes up, Nick Testa, and we're going to have a penalty on the play here. And that will go on the long stick defender for a slash. And that is going on Yu Lin Lin with a 1-minute penalty. And now a power play here for Puerto Rico.
Chinese Taipei, major penalty to number 12.
So Walpo comes on the ground.
1 minute.
Tapia runs the ball down behind X. An illegal procedure on Puerto Rico. So a 1-minute penalty. And now they can lock down here in the back line. Can Puerto Rico. So picked up. Oh, just picked off there from Mason Prout. And sometimes these hurt going the other way. Sanguinetti. Oh, sorry, Mason Bryant, sorry. He was looking to get in on the action there. The number 5, not number 6. But decides to let the offense have this as the man up has 20 seconds left to serve. And we've got a stop clock. And we've got a hydration break here at the 10-minute 33 mark of quarter 3. Currently Puerto Rico 20, leading Chinese Taipei 0. And on the outer side there, I think it is 3-quarter time. 11-1 the way of the USA. And Australia managing to get on the board in that quarter. So an 11-1 game, Australia and USA. And we've got a 20-0 game over here. On field 2. And that those clouds, well, they've just come out. And they're adding a little bit more of a coolness to this field. And the boys will absolutely be loving the fact that there's a little bit of reprieve here in the weather. But it's good to see the extra drinks breaks for the duty of care for our lads. Still warm out here, but certainly that real sting of the sun has been taken away. And the Puerto Rican fans, as we see some of the umbrellas just start to come down on the outer side, tells you that it's a little bit more perfect out here to play lacrosse than it was about 20 minutes ago when the sun was belting down, baking this field. But we are about to start action again. 16 seconds left in the power play. Ball with Verona. Verona up to Testa. Testa looks on the right-hand side. Little rotation starts to go. Verona down the back. Now finds Testa. And Testa goes low. That's Nick Testa. But a good save there from Yuan Yi. And ball is to be won. Oh, just bouncing up. Kicks it up and over. Needs to come back. They're going to watch the offside here to Chinese Taipei. But good pick up there from Verona. And they will check it in to the offensive third. So penalty released. And we've got a whistle on the play. No, maybe it's a whistle on the outer play. Whistles are very much the same. And maybe that is the hydration break. So maybe there was a timeout there before. I don't know. Anyway, we've got another break here on World Lacrosse TV as the two teams comes to the side again. And they get to have another refreshment. So the Puerto Rican boys doing a really good job out here on field 2. And the USA, a big crowd on the outer side there for the USA-Australia game. You can definitely see the two sides of the supporters up there on the hill out Australia-USA, as they're all green and gold one end with those bright gold T-shirts, and the other side, well, they're all grey, blue, red and white. And a real divide up there in the middle of them at the moment. You can see where the Australian supporters end and where the US supporters start. Currently 7:25 here locally, and we hope you're enjoying the coverage here on World Lacrosse TV as the hydration break has finished and Puerto Rico will get back out on the field. And Zach sends another, he says, go follow at Kath Cuts. There you go, Zach. You owe me a free haircut if I've got any hair to cut when I come to New Zealand. I might come over there in January to do the World Men's Qualifiers, so we'll hit you up. Mind you, it's a buzz cut. A 0.5 with a little bit of a trim on the beard. So ball down the back here for Lorenzo Verona. And Verona, little question mark there, left hand, and runs out, and just tiptoeing behind there was the defender from Chinese Taipei, and just tried to run him down, and that was Yulin Lin. But nice inside look there. Rafferty, he looked like he was going to give a little BTB there, but then decided to drop the hands and may have dropped it low and threw it over, but no backup there. So Chinese Taipei will bring the ball out as they kick the ball there to Yuan Yi. Yuan Yi up to Yu Chun Chen. Yu Chun Chen has a teammate up there. Zhu Min Chao now gets turned back. Testa gets in his face. Yuan Yi now looks over the outer side. But ball turns over, and this can be dangerous. He's got Rafferty sitting in the middle, gives it to him now, but good getting back. Danny Tapia decides not to fire the cannon. Another opportunity here, so another unforced error there for Chinese Taipei. We're looking forward to seeing some offense, and just going too quickly and left the ball behind, so a turnover potentially here for, we're going to have a loose ball push, and we are, and now the ball will come out here. Oh no, it won't. Gets turned over straight away. Looks down, looks inside. That was Nicholas Bucello with the pick off. Running around is Testa. Tink, tink, tink off the bar. Picks up, an open net from Harrison Walpo. Had an open net to fire at as the goalkeeper came out and just shanked it to the right-hand side of the left-hand pipe. And now, looking back up the top, finds Nicholas Bucello. Bucello to the general there in Tapia. Now Harrison Walpo again. Wants another opportunity at this, but he's going to bring his teammate into play right behind that, ripping the twine at the top left-hand corner. And a great job there as Nick Testa gets one. Great inside feed there, but Testa, look at this, bang, top left-hand corner. Thank you very much. And Nick Testa gets his first of the third quarter and gets his fourth of the game. So Testa out to a 21-0 lead here. Puerto Rico doing as they will. Ball down. Ball comes out, might be stuck in the back of the stick there. No. It's an illegal procedure on Chinese Taipei. So Mason Prout picks the ball up now. Finds Joseph Rafferty. Back to Mason Prout. Mason Prout has Harrison Walpe to his left. Gives the ball up there now. He has the general down here who just tries to clear some space, but Chris Tester comes on. But Harrison Walpo decides that he's going to kick the ball to X. So they've turned the defense's head now. Back up the top, little inside step, little fake, and pops that one away there, Mason Prout. And a little bit of a silly down there for Mason Prout. And another assisted goal from Puerto Rico. And that has been their mojo today, is bring a teammate into the contest. And they be going well over 50% in their goals at the moment that were assisted. And that time, Mason Prout was the recipient of a great feed from behind. 22-0 is the scoreline. We've got 6 minutes 12 left in the third quarter. So effectively, it'll be very similar. Tester looks up again. Tapia fires one up the top, but that's up and over. And no backup on the shot. And Joseph Rafferty, well, he thought opposite of that just then. He thought he had the backup there, but was told that is not yours, sir. And now coming out here through Yuan Yi looks up, little over. Oh, that's dangerous, because that one could turn over again. Ground ball to be won. Great ground ball there from Gabriel Carrero. And Carrero steps on his motors and brings the ball down through X. Carrero at X, waiting for the substitutes to come on. As the long pole releases Lorenzo Verona, who gets the ball now. Verona up to Mason Prout. Ball comes back down, a full rotation. Out here to the general, Danny Tapia. To Prout, over to Rafferty. And now the ball will rotate again down the back. Laureano, Tapia, Verona, back to Verona. So now they pick the shorty matchup that they like. Looks to run down. Now Tapia runs up top side, gets free, can get down inside, looks on the bottom, another pass. Just couldn't quite handle the pass there, Prout. That was, again, just bringing someone into the play. And I love great team lacrosse. And Joseph Rafferty looks to send his opponent into a spin. Little toe drag there almost. Back up the top, fires down low. And Lorenzo Verona with another goal for Puerto Rico. And they are doing as they will here. As the 11 for Puerto Rico gets the 23rd goal of the game. And he now has 4. Yep. 3. 3 goals. 3 goals for Lorenzo Verona. So that will take us to a water break, and we can see here on the replay that was Harrison Walpo just looking up, and just ripping twine in the top corner was Nick Tester, who says, "Thanks, mate, appreciate that," and then gives one back, pops one up there to his man Mason Prout, and 1 goal, 1 assist, and a great celly there. And then all of a sudden, Danny Tapia stepped up, and this was a ripping shot from Verona just to head us into the hydration break. His 3rd of the game. And the score, well, it was 29-3 against Kenya. Against Germany, it was a big score as well. I didn't actually do that one. Shendell did that game the other night, so I know they won, but I can't remember the score on that one. And here, well, we've got a 23-0 game. We're back to a face-off with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left in the third term. as the sun starts to come out again here. And we're getting the thumbs down here because it's really, it does heat up very quickly when the sun comes out. My feet will attest to that. They're a little, yeah, like the Canadian shirts, they're red at the moment. The ball with Walpo to Bucello. And the ball now down the back. So Tapia. Back to Harrison Walpo. Walpo over to Nicholas Bucello. And now it rotates again. So 2 rotations around. And if they go 3, we might see a stall call put on here, but as they start to rotate here, so the referees will be very wary of this, and they may ask them to keep it in very shortly. But Harrison Walpo, well, he looks to take it on. Great inside look, great hold there, and shot just goes up and down, turned over there. But Gabriel Carrero with an opportunity and losing the ball down the back corner, and we have a penalty on the play. And that is going to go there on Nicholas Bucello. And the ball will be in the stick of Chinese Taipei. And they will bring it up. So we'll listen to what the call is here.
Penalty to number 31 for push. 30 seconds.
30-second push. And Chinese Taipei, well, they're going to have some offense here. In fact, they're going to have a power play. So Chinese Taipei, Chun Hsiang Wang kicks the ball over there to Min Hung Cheng. Min Hung Cheng, Chuan Yu Li. Chuan Yu Li, back to Min Hung Cheng. Now a rotation. Looks back up, looks in the middle. Boan Chen, good save there from the keeper for Puerto Rico in Connor Dobson. But a shot on cage there for Chinese Taipei. Back to Boan Chen. Boan Chen over to Lee. Lee back the other side. Penalty's been released. Needs to watch out this one as ball is now down on the bottom corner. Min Hung Cheng has the ball. Min Hung Cheng starts to drive the ball up. Ball kicked out here to Chun Hsiang Wang. And Wang looks to drive in, not there. Back down the back there to Cheng. Cheng looks inside, oh good inside look. Ball knocked down though, great pick up there from the keeper and Dobson. Dobson gets his motors on and he comes up and over. Dobson looks to, I thought he was going to go coast to coast then, the keeper. That would have made the highlight reel. Great ground ball from Dobson in the cage. And his teammates get around him. Connor Dobson, that's the way goalies should attack a ball. And I was waiting for the coast to coast, but he decided that he wasn't going to end up there. Little swim move there from Nick Testa, but loses the ball. And now coming back the other way. Good check though on the defender there. And ball will turn over. And that's out of the stick of Zumin Chow. And again, just a little bit of a, you have the ball, I have the ball, you have the ball, and turning it over a little bit here, just to give everyone a touch, I think that is. Ball with Yuan Yi. Yuan Yi, down on the bottom corner. Finds the defender there. Yu Hsiang Lin. Back to Yi. Yi. Oh, I thought he was going to pick that off then. And a nice stretch here. Zumin Chow looks to pick it up. Great ground ball there from Boan Chen. Boan Chen. Cheng Hung Hsi. Hsi with the ball. Xiwan Yu Li. Now, Lee drives on the right-hand side. Gets turned around. Manages to get the ball down the back. Min Hung Cheng loses the ball. Good defense there from Puerto Rico. Now back up. Ball up and over. It's going to be stopped here at the halfway line just. And that will end the third quarter here. As we have Puerto Rico, 23-0 at three-quarter time. But some offense there for the Chinese Taipei team. And speaking of good things, we might go and hear a word from our sponsors as it's 45 shots to 9 in this contest.
IS 동서는 봅니다. 쓸모없던 땅에서 친환경 건설의 내일을, 폐기물에서 전기차의 새로운 미래를, 아이들에서 행복한 희망의 세상을, ESG 경영으로 더 큰 내일을 봅니다. IS 동서.
From our unique origins to the modern game, the global lacrosse community has been preparing for this moment. Together, we step into a new chapter of growth, competition, unity, and inspiration for the next generation. Welcome to a new era of lacrosse. At the Olympic Games in Los Angeles, we continue growing together. Join the journey, and let's make history in LA and beyond. A new era of lacrosse starts now.
And welcome back here to the World Lacrosse Men's Under-20 Championships live on World Lacrosse TV. On Field 1, we've got Australia versus USA. Currently with 4.5 minutes to go, it's 16-1 out there the way of USA. But it is 23-0 here the way of Puerto Rico. And they will start offense again in this fourth term. Ball to Danny Tapia. Tapia. Back to Nicholas Busello. Busello to Harrison Walpo. And down to Rafferty. Rafferty finds Chris Tester. Chris Tester drives up, looks to rotate back, fires, and tink, tink, tink off the bar it goes. And Chris Tester just not able to put it in the back of the net, finding the right-hand pipe. And ball back up the top. Walpo now to Rafferty. Rafferty's trying to stretch the hamstrings with that pass. Ball with Chris Tester. To the outer side, to the general, Danny Tapia. And back to Harrison Walpo. And we've got a nice rotation here, nice wide, trying to spread the Chinese Taipei defense. And now they start to rotate. Comes down the right-hand pipe. And that one just sails up and over and out. That'll be an unforced turnover. And Chinese Taipei, well, they'll have to work hard to extract this from their defensive end. Puts it in the stick of Yu Chun Chen. Yu Chun Chen up to the halfway line. Gives it to his long pole. Continues to run on. There is Yu Tien. And Chinese Taipei with some offense. Chi Yu Tien running the ball up near the halfway line. Oh, turned over here. Just about. Ball has hit the deck. Ball to be won. Great pick up there from Chinese Taipei. And using his legs to get out the way. And a flag on the play as well here. So Yulin Huang did a great job for his Chinese Taipei team. But a flag on the play, so they need to attack the cage. Looks inside and just passes it straight to the goalkeeper there. And penalty will be assessed. As Connor Dobson, just probably the easiest. We'll have to call that a save because it went near the cage. So a trip here for the Nicholas Busello. He's been in everything today,
Penalty,
Nicholas.
number 31, major foul for tripping.
And Chinese Taipei with an opportunity here. Up to Boan Chen. Ball comes back to Boan Chen. Little rotation up the top there to... and ball loses on the ground. Ball to be won, ground ball. Great extraction again from the defenders here for Puerto Rico. This time it's Dominic Bucello. Bucello just holding it up, looking for an outlet. And we got a timeout here as the coach is looking after his defender there in Dominic Bucello. Thought he was going to go to the cage for a second, but decides to just hold it up, use the timeout, settle it down, and get the offense onto the field here in the fourth. And Coach Sean Mowry will just have a little conversation as Chinese Taipei with an opportunity down there. Australia, well, they're in offense on field one here. As we're looking at the back here, Kane Mannix has the ball for Australia. He dodges up around the right-hand corner and just throws the ball away, and that's gone up and over and back. Has it? No, good flick up. So now USA will clear into offense, and that's where I lose the play because there's lots of tents there. Who said I can't call two games at once? But we're back here to this game, and Puerto Rico, well, it's been all Puerto Rico today. And they are 23-0, but they are man down here at the moment for 31 seconds. So they'll have to just waste the rest of this penalty before they'll get back on a 6-on-6. So 6-on-5 here for Chinese Taipei. And the ball handed to Lorenzo Verona to start play as the whistle goes. Official there, Kim Panting, just starting the play. And he's just sitting out here as Chinese Taipei aren't going to put any pressure on him. And he decides to run the other side there, Lorenzo Verona, as we have 7 seconds left on the penalty to be released. And we'll see the players come on with a 6-on-6 as Harrison Walpo comes on the ground. Picked up straight away there. Walpo looks down the back, finds his teammate. Now back up the top to Tapia. Tapia inside look, just couldn't get a handle on the ball. Ground ball to be won as ball comes out of the stick of Chinese Taipei. Flicks it up forward. Good flick up there. And that put Chin Yi Su up into the offense. And Su looks up and over. Finds off the Yushun Huang. So Hung. With Cheng Hung Hisi. Hisi looks to go left, looks to go right, getting plenty of attention there from Nick Testa, and can't quite find his teammate there in Xian Yu Li on the bottom corner. And now comes out through the goal scorer there in Dom Deering. But he decides to give it to Mason Prout, and Mason Prout passes the ball over here to Nick Testa. And Nick Testa, as they just check the ball in. Testa up to Prout. 10 minutes and 8 seconds to go in this contest. So there will be a hydration break here in a second at the next dead ball. Sean Loreno down there. As the ball rotates up to Mason Prout. Mason Prout, Harrison Walpo. Walpo to Joseph Rafferty. Back down the back there to Sean Loreno. Loreno to Nick Testa, tries the through ball. Rafferty looks, underarm pass, just couldn't quite take the ball. Great work there from Walpo to cause a contest to allow him up. Little through ball there. Oh, just trying to, I tell you what, if I was sewing, I would have sewed it, and there it is. that is the final stitch in that pattern as Mason Prout gets it done. Couple of just beautiful through balls. As I said, it was like they were in a stitch pattern there for a little while, going one side to the other, and they found the ball in the stick of Mason Prout, and Prout gets another one, and that's 24-0 as a hydration break comes here. How many's Mason got for the day? That's his second for the day. And there's been plenty of goal scorers, but they're sharing them around out there at the moment. They're all assisted goals, and the boys just looking forward to the next 10 minutes of lacrosse, where they will finish on top of Pool E and finish with in 5th place in the crossover games. So hydration break has been assessed as Joseph Rafferty just checks his golf swing. I reckon he would have sliced that one into the trees just quietly with that swing. But who knows? Maybe he's off a handicap of 3 and he's just making sure that he's keeping his golf swing happening. That's what you do in the hydration break. Just make sure you've got all the skills happening. And ball goes back into the centre as Wilfredo Crispin will take the centre draw here. Leonardus Chang for Chinese Taipei. Crispin, Chang, it is the latter, Crispin, who wins the ball. And Puerto Rico in attack again. Harrison Walpo with the ball. Kicks it around there to Nicholas Bucello. Bucello to Rafferty. We've seen how he brings it. Oh, here he goes. Chris Tester. He doesn't need an opportunity. Just fires that one just a little bit low and wide of Harrison Walpo. But good look as Wilfredo Crispin now with the ball. Kicks it there to Tester. Tester to Rafferty. Rafferty will give it to Nicholas Bucello, who runs the ball back through X. Little tip on. Ground ball to be won. Is won. Now it's lost. Now it's won. And picked up there for Chinese Taipei. Looks inside to the defender, Yu Lin Lin. Yu Lin Lin looks to come down. Has his teammate there in Yu Lin Huang. And gives it over there to Qian Yu Li. As presenting to him is Ming Chi Cheng. Ming Chi Cheng over to Yu Shun Huang. Ground ball, just drops it, but great pick up there from Ming Chi Cheng. And Chi Yu Tien now picks up the shorty. Chen looks to drive at him. Little pass. And the bottom corner looks down, up and over. A shot, that's probably a really good opportunity there. And that was from Ming Hung Chen. But ball goes out of bounds, but no damage done as the backup was had there by Chinese Taipei. We have a player here, I believe, just assessing what's happened down there. I actually didn't see any contact necessarily. Just hope he's okay. I see the helmet off. So maybe, you know, we've had a lot of hydration breaks and this is the reason for it. Maybe just feeling a little unwell down there. And I didn't actually see what happened then. I can't even see the number at the moment. It is down. Just not feeling 100%, whatever it is. And great sportsmanship from the players out here. It's one of the only games in the world where if there is an injury, everyone seems to have ultimate care for them, for their opponents, whether it's their opponents or their own player. And amazing job here as getting up there, and it was Gabriel Carrero who is just being helped off by the trainer. And we have 7 minutes 30 to go in the fourth term. It is 24-0 the way of Puerto Rico over Chinese Taipei, but Chinese Taipei in offense. So ball down in the back corner. Cheng Hung Hisi with the ball. As the ball comes up, gonna have to stop that one. That's gonna be over and back. So ball will be won here by Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico start the ball quickly. Mason Prout looks up, gives it to the defender. Oh, just fires that one over the top. Big opportunity there from Marcus Acevedo. And just probably tried to shoot it too hard, to be honest. And it fires up and over the top. So Prout gives the ball to Verona. Back to Prout. To Nick Testa. Nick Testa. Down to Walpo. And back to Rafferty. And a rotation here as Puerto Rico look to find another team goal. As they are just kicking the ball around here. And just getting a few extra reps and some rotation practice here. As Nick Testa likes what he has, little inside roll. Nice fake over the other side here. Finds the Verona. Verona! Great save there from the keeper. New keeper in here, Wen Han Lee for Chinese Taipei. And Wen Han Lee, well, that one, the first shot got him right on the left collarbone. He's checked out there by the official, says it's okay. But yeah, great shot. And the first one didn't go in, saved. Second one, well, that was Prout. And Prout just steps down from the top and gets another one. He has the only 2 goals of the fourth term and gets his third of the game. It is 25-0 here. And good save from the Chinese Taipei goalkeeper there in Wen Han Lee. And Chris Testa just wins it out the back. A few party tricks, just throwing it from the back of his stick to the front of his stick. And now Chris Testa takes his shorty down the back. Likes his matchup here. Heo Huang in front of him, guarding the ball. Huang up against Testa. The Chris variety. Looks down the back. So they set 2 in the crease. 1 back up the top. Danny Tapia. Tapia gets the ball back to Rafferty. No, doesn't want to. Yes, does want to. Rafferty. Back down here to Chris Testa. So just running an opportunity. Chris Testa has the pick from Nick Testa. Looks back up to Rafferty. Little round the world. And great play there from Joseph Rafferty up the top. Round the world. Just looks up. And good work there from Rafferty. And that was just called party tricks. So Rafferty with another goal, 26-0. And that's his second for the day. So, but none better than that one. That was from about 11 metres. That round the world, behind the back, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it, I call it pretty to watch. And beat the keeper here who has the ball, Wen Han Lee. So Wen Han Lee looking for an outlet. There's one, breaks on the opposite side. Gives it to him now. And the defender comes down. Looks to get in to shoot and just gets a trail check. Ball running out. Ball to be won on the ground. is picked up. Great pick up there. And ball rotates back up the top. Yulan Huang. And then he makes his way off the field. Meng Huang Cheng with the ball. Another substitute here, Chi Wei Sun. Chi Wei Sun passes the ball over there to Yu Shan Hung, who then passes it even further to Ming Chi Chen. Ming Chi Chen gets pressured there, and a flag on the play. And that is going to be a minor penalty probably being assessed here for a hold. And we have a hydration break as we have 3 minutes 51 to go. 26-0 here in this fourth term. And a 30-second push is called there, so a minor penalty on the play. Called by official Kim Panting to the bench. And it is a lot cooler out here right now. Sion Wipo, Gong Chempo Fields. And it is currently just hit 6 o'clock local time. And the reprieve that happens here when it gets to 6 o'clock as that sun goes down. The 7 o'clock games here that we've been broadcasting have been immaculate to be out in this weather. You can see here on these replays, that was the top shot there from Mason Prout this corner. And that was a really good goal. This one here, just looked up, little one there, round the world, and gets another one there, Rafferty. Look at this from the top shelf. Oh, hello. That is very, very good. And the boys got around him for that one. As we come out with 3 minutes 51 to go. 30 seconds power play here for Chinese Taipei. And let's see if Chinese Taipei can get on the scoreboard in this last 4 minutes. Ball will start on the outer side. Xian Yu Li kicks it over there to Ming Chi Cheng. Cheng gets the ball back. So they're working the top corner here. Ball back over, kicks it down there to Cheng. Cheng back to Li. Li, Cheng, back to Sun. Sun, now back to Li. Li to Sun. Sun, rotate, bottom corner, looks inside, and Chinese Taipei, well, they have their first goal of the game. It is Xian Yu Li with a goal for Chinese Taipei on the bottom corner. And a great work here, great feed to find him on the bottom corner. Keeper comes out in Dobson, but not able to get there. And that was a highlight there as the number 10 for Chinese Taipei gets there first. And Xian Yu Li will be that man. So they get their first goal on the board. 26-1 is the scoreline. 3 minutes 19 to go in this contest. And ball on the ground again. And Tester picks up the ball. Chris Tester doesn't mind firing, and he doesn't mind firing from there either. Tell you what, he took out the gun out of the holster and popped that one up into the top shelf. And he gets his... What's that for Tester? How many is that one? One. That's his second goal of the game. And Chris Tester takes it out of the centre, getting the 27th for Chinese, Puerto Rico, sorry. But Chinese Taipei on the scoreboard, 27-1. And Chuan Yu Li will have that as a highlight reel against Puerto Rico. As 3 minutes 10 left, and goes again. But this time the man is Crispin. Crispin, and they will him to get into the cage. He stands in the middle, Long pole, well, he wants to stay out there too. He wants to soak up the gravy with the bread and just try and get on the scoreboard as well. Verona, they've kept the face-off player out there in Crispin, looking to try and get him into the play here, I think, and get him on the board for the work he's done in the centre. So Nicholas Pusello with the ball, and that's not a great pass to Tapia, and that's going to go out of bounds. Not exactly how the coaches have drawn that up, but 2 minutes 25 to go, and the pressure comes here. Tries to pick it off. Ball comes out to the outer side here. Yu Lin Lin. Back to the keeper in Wen Han Lee. Back to Yu Lin Lin. Yu Lin Lin. Back to Wen Han Lee. Wen Han Lee goes long. Up and great take there from Zhu Min Chao. Zhu Min Chao back up the top to Chi Yu Tian. And offside on Chinese Taipei. And they will turn the ball over. Nick Tester with the ball. A little one. Looks for the hidden ball trick, didn't quite work. There was a beautiful one out here earlier with Stone Evans for Jamaica running that hidden ball trick. It was very sweet. Mind you, so was the round the world from Joseph Rafferty from about 11 metres. That will find its way onto World Lacrosse as the stall call comes on with limited time in this game. We've got 1 minute and 12. And the ball is down the back in the stick of Nicholas Pusello. Pusello under 1 minute now. So limited time in this contest. We have the stall call on. So cannot bring the ball above the forward restraining line. Out of the forward third as Nicholas Pusello he's just getting some camera time of his own down there on World Lacrosse TV. Just soaking up the minutes. Oh, he's going left and right. He's just showing, making sure they're getting his good side down the bottom corner. And that arm protection is sensational down there from Nicholas Pusello. Just running out the clock down to 14.1 seconds. And a little up check, little down check. Nicholas Pusello looks to just follow the ball over. And that will be the game. Congratulations to Puerto Rico. They will run out winners here. 27-1 over Chinese Taipei. But more importantly, that ties them up, well, that sends them up to the top of Pool E. They will finish 3-0 and a plus 36 advantage for their goal difference, which should, in my calculations, put them into the 5th position in this tournament. Knock China down to 6th in the crossover games. And that was a good hit out there for Puerto Rico. They have been dominant in this Pool E. We hope you have enjoyed the action here in game number 30 for the World Lacrosse Men's Under-20 Championships here in Jeju, Korea. My name has been Tony Watts. It's been a pleasure to bring you all the action here in Jeju. And until the 6 are swinging, we'll see you tomorrow.